Hello everyone, my name is Tanya and welcome back to my writing realm. Today we are going to do some live sprints together. I'm planning to do 3 20-minute sprints with 5-minute breaks in between. So what are you guys working on today? Leave a little comment there and let me know what you're writing. Are you continuing with your NaNo works or are you writing something else? I am working on my NaNo project because I'm not done yet. Yes, I reached the 50,000 word marker, but I still have more writing to do. Yes, I have only written maybe just not quite 3/4 of it, so I've got some more work ahead of me. So let us welcome Story Tyrant.
Hi. Good morning, Tanya.
Good morning, Story Tyrant, and how are you this fine morning?
Slow. I'm usually up and at 'em by 6:30, and today I'm slow.
Oh, yeah.
It's Sunday morning.
I understand. It is Sunday morning. Yes.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, no problem. I'm glad that you came. I'm going to drink out of my NASA cup now. This is my favorite mug ever.
I love it.
It's, oh, there. I'm moving like opposite. It's opposite day, as my son says. But it's actually 3D, so you can feel the ships. But we bought it right in the NASA space station in Florida. So
that is so cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. So what are you working on today?
I am working on Lake Effect. This is a kind of a fun, rompy. Okay, I called it fun and rompy. It's a thriller, but a lot of people die and there's explosions and there's mechanical ice spiders that are killing people and, and drone attacks and then PMCs. But I thought it was fun. And
That sounds like a blast.
There's lots of those.
Yeah, that's what I have to say about this choose your own adventure thing. It's just like, oh, what happens if they make this decision? Let's see. And then throw them off a cliff, or it's a lot of fun.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Good morning, John. Welcome. Thanks for joining us today. All right, so you might have missed the beginning, but I'm going to do 3 20-minute sprints so that I can, watch my time a little bit, and we'll do 5-minute breaks in between as we normally do. So, John, I believe, I might be wrong, but I believe John writes erotica. Is that correct, John? Yes. So John is writing erotica, and I'm writing high fantasy, and you're writing
thriller.
Yeah, thriller.
This is a techno thriller, I guess, because it's autonomous military robots that are designed for anti-personnel. So, and they're actually bleeding edge in the real world, so they're not science fiction anymore. I mean, this version is science fiction, but technically autonomous military robots are not science fiction anymore.
John is writing erotica. So, I don't think I've ever written any of your space stuff before, or you were. You had a space opera that you were writing at one point.
Oh no, I have. Book 2. You're talking about Dark Lords, book 1. Yes, right. Dark Lords is about. They're called vampires. What they are is elves, engineered life forms, and basically, it's a story that takes place roughly 14,000 years into the future, where we're in this area of the galaxy as a species, and we're it's an adventure about Alex, and he is a young man. Well, not a young man. He's in his late 20s, early 30s, and he's trying to survive in a verse gone mad, man. Yeah, read my sci-fi. I didn't know that. I'll have to send you. You'll have to read.
I want to read some of that. Yes, I want to read some of that. I actually have a coworker friend who is writing a story, and she hasn't been involved in the writing community, but she's one of my, I would call her a beta reader. So she's been reading all of my Red series, so she's started giving me her stuff to edit too. So I'm excited to read it. I know that she hasn't been to any kind of classes or courses or writing groups, so very entry level, but she's got a great imagination, so that's why we get along so well.
Sometimes I meet people who are just starting, and I think to myself, wow, to be on that early part of the journey, to be back there, there's so much potential ahead of you. Not that there's not potential ahead of me now. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that have all that, I don't know what the word is, but it's like sitting there in front of you, and you're diving into this new thing, and everything's new and exciting. And not that writing isn't new and exciting, or not exciting. It's just that I get very, what's the term? I get frustrated with my lack of output. And there's certain things, because I don't know if you have noticed this or John has noticed this, but as I meet a goal, I get a new goal post. And I have to meet that new goal post. Oh, and I got this new goal. It's like people who buy boats, they get footitis.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm kind of, I keep skipping my goals. So I make a goal and then I get excited about a new project and I jump on that one and leave all my other ones behind. So like I have the budgeting book that's still sitting there. Yeah. And then I've got the undiagnosed book that I've been writing off and on, but I'm not sticking to. And then I have 7 novels written in rough draft. Mm-hmm. And I have this Choose Your Own Adventure, which is brand new, that I'm working on. So mm-hmm. I have a really bad habit of just jumping ship.
Well, my sister said to me, The Family Man, didn't you already finish that? I said, no. And she said, well, you started a long time ago. Yes, I started in 2014, and it kept going into a drawer since 2014. And then to finish it, this NaNo was like, yes, because this is my goal for 2020, the year of looking back. Get it? 2020 hindsight. Anyway.
Do you think, now here's a question. If you have a project and you're okay with putting it aside, does that mean that it's just so complicated that you're not ready to move forward with it? Or do you think it's that there's something inside of you telling you there's something wrong with it and you're not ready to move forward with it?
For me, it has been both. For Blood is Black, which has been finished now for 5 years, and I've been in editing hell with that. Blood is Black, I actually rewrote the novel 11 times. 3 times I threw everything away but the characters' names, because it was the very first thing I started writing, and it really was crap. Yeah. I would put it in a drawer. I would take writing classes. I would read voraciously. I would do these writing assignments. I would play with dialogue, or I would do stuff, and I'd pull it out of the drawer, look at it, and go, "Oh, this is crap! Like this is crap." And I would say, "Well, this is good, and this is good." In the early days, I couldn't do that. I couldn't judge what was good in what I was working on, so it all went. I had a bonfire years ago, and I literally dragged Blood is Black out. It was in a box about was that 2.5 feet by this, like there was like all these versions of it in there, and I burnt the damn thing. It was gone.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it was very cathartic for me to burn it and get rid of it.
Yeah,
because I was fed up with it. The thing was, though, is the characters wouldn't leave me alone, and
so the story's like, it wasn't what it was supposed to be, but it was still, it needed to be written.
And then I felt I didn't have the chops to do a novel, even though I'm always driven toward doing novels. So I started writing short stories, and I did that for, well, you met me. I was pushing out short stories pretty regularly. And that's a weird way of saying that. But, we're giving birth to these short stories. And, right.
There's something called Gas X. John, I'm early in my career. I do get excited about each new book or story. I have 3 novels finished, 1 published on Amazon. I need to develop a coherent strategy for book promotion.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know if you've tried this. I know that Self-Publishing with Dale has some good videos on this, but the Amazon ads, they actually work really well. I have 7 ebooks out. They're all short stories. 5 of them are in a series. It's a red crime thriller series. And I really like, nobody ever sees your work, right? It just kind of sits there in Amazon's huge, like, vast pile of haystacks. And yours a little needle and it's stuck at the bottom somewhere. So if you use the Amazon ads, it starts like pushing it in front of people, and it always comes up in searches. And depending on how much you invest into each of them, I've heard that Amazon doesn't allow ads for erotica. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know
That
that
kind
either.
of makes sense, though, to some degree. But yeah, how do you advertise for erotica if you're not allowed to do Amazon ads?
What about Facebook groups or
Yes.
Reddit groups? I'm not exactly sure what Reddit is. I know that my sons will get these lines of funny things come off of Reddit,
Mm-hmm.
but I know they have groups like who critique erotica.
So is this in ebook format or print or both? Because I'm just thinking that other options that actually I've heard sell well is Smashwords.
Mm.
They do sell a lot of like erotica and stuff. I don't know about Draft 2 Digital. I'm not sure if you can publish erotica with them. I haven't tried. I haven't tried to publish any of my erotica. It's kind of, I write it and I shove it away thinking, who wants to read this?
Someone does.
Facebook ads. Yeah. Pinterest. I don't really know very much about Pinterest. I have to look into this.
Isn't there like a book hub or a book thing? Book.
I'm not too sure. Ebook now, but about to become a print book too. Well, that's exciting. Yay!
That is. It's amazing when you hold it in your hand the first time. It's so real.
Yeah. There is another one, and I think I have it written on a notepad somewhere. There's another site that is very highly well known and respected for erotica. And I can't remember which website it is, but if I ever come up with that note, if I find that note somewhere, I will let you know. Well, I think it's time to do some writing. I know that's exciting, isn't it?
Yes.
I
Yes.
have never held my own book. I've held books that have my work. Now, I think this was my first book that I ever held that had something in it that was from me. And
Yeah.
it is the chicken parmesan recipe is in this places. Of course, now my name is on the cover, but it's my maiden name. I don't know if it's up here anyways. Oop,
Okay. Yeah, right there, Tanya. Yeah.
anyways, it's there. You can't really see it, but it's in this book. And then other than that, I would say it was all the Voices series books. It has my short stories in it.
Anthology, yes.
Yes. The anthologies, yes. That's what they are. Yes. All right. So let's say we do some writing sprints.
Okay.
Get some productivity going.
I might have to take a run and grab my kettle. It hasn't boiled yet. I hope I turned it on. Yeah, I turned it on. Okay. It's a long time to boil when you don't turn it on.
I want to try that too. Now, I was thinking about doing the Red Crime Thriller series as a test because that seems to be what this series was for, was testing out all of the procedures and processes involved in self-publishing. And I'm thinking that doing an audiobook would, with it, would be really good practice. But they're short stories, so I don't know if I would have to put them all together and then do an audiobook. Like, I'm not too sure how long audiobooks need to be. So I've got to do a lot of research when it comes to audiobooks.
I think any story has to be as long as it has to be.
Yeah, for sure. I guess that's true. I just don't know like what kind of cost or if they accept short story audiobooks. Like I know most people get novel length, right? So
I guess. I know they do anthologies of them. But your website, you always have your website.
that is true. Yes, I do have a website. I could monetize my website. But I think I could be wrong about this. But should your income from sales through your website still be considered a royalty, or is it then become a profit?
I would assume it's an income.
Probably help us writers to hear our books read out. Yes, I think
yes, for editing. You should be doing that for editing. My kettle's now screaming. I will be right back.
Okay, I'll wait for you before I start the timer. Yes, when I write with Word, there's a way of setting up your audio so that or there's a, I think it's called voice to text. I'm just gonna, let's just look at this. What do you write in, John? Like what app do you use? I'm just gonna share my app and we'll Windows application. Okay, so there's this thing here, there's an icon that says speak selected text. So I believe you go to, oh, where's the, looking for the right, there we go, customize the ribbon. Customize the ribbon, and then we go to all commands, and we go down to the S section, and it is called speech. Here it is, speak. So if you click on this and you click on add, well, make sure that you're clicked on first where you want this. Actually, you know what? It goes up in the shortcut menu. It doesn't matter what you're clicked on. So if you click on this speak and click on add, it'll go onto your menu right up here. And it's called speak selected text. So you type something. Oh, I can spell, I swear. So then you highlight the text and you hit this button.
Hey, how's it going?
I don't think you can hear it, but basically it will read it back to you, and you can go into your computer settings, and you can, sorry, my dog's barking in case you hear that. You can actually go into your computer settings and change the voice. There's a female voice and a male voice. So that, say you're writing in a female character's perspective, you can go in and change it to a female voice, and it changes that setting for your computer, not just for one app. So, but I find it's very helpful. I'm currently writing in Scrivener, and I have yet to figure out whether that's a possibility in Scrivener. But I normally use Word. This is my first ever story writing in Scrivener. I heard lack of inflection, lack of personality could be an issue. Yeah, it is. So the benefit of it is not so much the personality aspect of it. The benefit is that you can hear mistakes easier. So if you're listening back to a sentence and there's a funky word, or it might be something that's spelt incorrectly, or it might be missing a word, when you listen back to your story, it can help you pick up on things that you might not have seen with your eyes. So it's really great it's a great editing tool. It's not really good for much other than that, because yes, the voice is very robotic. So yes. Okay, so I think maybe we'll get going with the timer while Tyra is away getting her beverage. So I'm just going to share my little timer here. Okay. Yeah, and it also gives your eyes a break a little bit, so that, you can highlight a couple paragraphs or even a page at a time if you wanted to. I choose to do like a paragraph, because then if I pick up on a mistake, then I have to stop it and go into that spot, which you can do, but I prefer to do smaller sections. But if you want to just kind of sit back and relax and listen to it just for the sake of picking up any errors, then you can just kind of close your eyes and look away from the screen and give your eyes a break. Okay, we are going to get started here. So, oh, there's my play button. I had to move it around a little bit. All right, are you ready? Get set and write. All right, time up, my friends. Oh, I can hear me. Somebody's volume is picking me up, I think.
1 second.
Yeah, no problem. I'm going to put a 5-minute timer on. This is our break. That's all I'm letting us have. Because today we are going to be productive.
Okay, so
go ahead.
1 moment, please. Okay.
How many words did you get?
I don't know. A weird thing happened. Why is the okay? A weird thing happened. I went back to look at the Family Man, not the Family Man, the Lake Effect, and I somehow have 3 versions of Lake Effect open and was trying to figure out which version. So I started closing open documents. I'm very bad for that. Messy house, messy desktop, whatever. Anyway, I started The Family Man, a short story on my list to get finished this year, was open. And I looked at it, oh, that's a spelling mistake. And I saw it, and I started fixing it, and I started reading it, and I started editing, and I started adding. So for the last 20 minutes, I've been working on David's Appeal.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. I think I kind of had a slow start myself. I had to do, because I haven't touched this since NaNo, since November 29th. That was the last day I looked at this at all. And I was in the middle of a chapter, like a section or a scene. So I had to go back and reread through the whole scene to say, okay, where am I at? Where am I going? I don't even know what this character knows at this point. So I think that, like, in this case, the choose your own adventure, you kind of have to keep going with it. And you can't take breaks like that when you're in the middle of a storyline, because every pathway, different things and you forget. Yeah. Okay, so I got 214 words.
I probably got, hey, that's good.
451 words.
Yeah, that is good.
I think you normally get about 360 if I'm not mistaken. So 451 is awesome.
Yeah.
Starting a news story that started to come to me this morning. Was that a pun?
Oh, right.
I have
Sorry,
30 minutes.
I'm slow.
Okay, anyways. Right, keep the zipper over you. This is live YouTube. All right. So I mean,
your channel's not child safe, right?
No, it's not. I mean, I any kind of videos I put that this is not made for children.
Good. I'm bad.
But there's only been one video that I ever put restricted, kind of like not for children's eyes, and that was when I released a video of my episode of my seizure.
Oh yeah.
And that one I put as restricted because I didn't think that a kid should be watching that. No pun. Should have been more careful. No. It would have been okay.
Yeah.
Based on a memory from my callow youth. I got you.
Yes, an adventure.
Midnight. Memories. Okay, anyways, I'm not singing on live YouTube again. Because the last time I did the Drunken Dwarf song, that was fun.
Yes.
I'm not going to do that again, though. That was a one-time thing. So if you were here, you were lucky enough to see me sing a Drunken Dwarf song. Were you here for that, Tyra?
I was.
Yeah, you were. Okay. One time was enough. No! I've actually been toying with the idea of making a separate channel of just singing, but there's so many like legalities involved, and you have to pay for like rights to perform certain songs. But apparently it's like there's a certain amount of years, like I could sing 100-year-old music if I wanted to, or I could do original music.
Yeah.
So
most sea shanties are safe.
Yeah.
Most of them.
I thought about doing Christmas carols, but I don't know how many views that would get. But I think I would do it like a cappella, like no music in the background and just kind of harmonizing with myself in multiple layers.
Cool.
But I'm not sure yet. Not yet. Maybe next year.
What are you doing?
I'm focusing on my writing.
Yes. What are you doing? I'm not ignoring you. Sorry, Oscar thinks I'm ignoring him. He's upset.
That's okay. Yes. All right. We have 10 seconds. So I hope everybody is ready to restart another 20-minute session. We have done one, we have 2 left to go. This will be number 2.
Excellent.
Oh. You know, I think I might make this like a regular Sunday thing. Like every Sunday at 9 a.m.
Regularity helps me a lot. Regularity?
Yeah.
That's wrong. I just thought it was. Ignore that. Well, never mind.
Being regular is very important. Okay. I had to, I'm sorry. All right, are you ready for focusing, productivity? Let's get some work done. On your marks. It's not a race, but anyways, get set and write. All right, our timer is up. Did I startle you, Tyra? I just saw you go.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that was fun. All right, I'm going to put our 5-minute timer on so that we don't get too carried away and be unproductive. How did everybody do? What's your word count? Oh, look at your little kitty.
Little.
I'm having fun. I'm writing it. Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, my sound is all the way down. I
Hello.
didn't do that. Oh, there you are.
Sorry.
That's okay. It was me. I didn't have my sound on. That's so weird. That explains why I couldn't hear my alarm.
Ah. Yeah, no, Oscar he wants to know what I'm doing, and then he likes to sit on in front of the screen when I'm trying to write. Or in my arms.
That's funny. You hear all these stories about people talking about how their cats always get in the way of the computer and they're on their keyboard and they want to play while you're writing. I've only ever had that happen one time, and I was doing a live stream and he literally came and sat right in front of my monitor and blocked my writing so that I couldn't do anything. But he doesn't normally do that. So, John, how many words did you get? I'm going to take a look because I have no idea. But I'm writing this really fun scene with an elf, a drunken dwarf, a different species that nobody's ever written about before, and a human. And it's really fun. I got
Excellent.
374 words.
Ooh, that is good.
John got 490. Wow.
Good.
But this one is just flowing. That's when you know you have a really good idea, when it's just, you don't even have to think, it just comes out. Yes. So my mind is not in the right place today. I just have to say that. It's been a long NaNo month. That's what that was. That was a long NaNo month.
I hadn't realized I took the first week off. I didn't even do the first week of NaNo this year. And because I was trying so hard to work on that voices using Open Office, which I can't. I tried and tried. It just doesn't do certain things. So Curtis got my Mac up and running.
Oh,
and
good.
A lot of stuff is still on it. A lot of stuff is not. So the good news is I'm going to hopefully, fingers crossed, do voices layout on the Mac this month. And I'm going to use a USB key. I keep transferring it to the USB key while I'm working on it in case it crashes again. So
That's
that if because you can't leave anything on there and trust that it'll be there. So
I did do a video for, and I sent it to Tiffany for the launch.
Over the reading, yes.
Yeah, and I got my winner's check in the mail, my first ever winning check ever. So that was kind of exciting for me. So the next day I'm like, I'm going to take it and put it in my writing bank, my writing account. So I was excited. I don't know how you felt when you first got yours. Did you get a winner's check before?
No, I've never got a winner's check. I remember I sold my first story for cash, and it was to a little magazine which doesn't even exist anymore in Alberta. And I got this check for, I think it was $200 and some, and I was ecstatic.
Wow, that's actually decent for something like that.
Yeah, well, it was first North American rights. It was print magazine, and it was so many cents a word. And it was a longer story, and I didn't think they would take it, but I submitted it anyway. I was doing that where you say, okay, I'm going to submit X number of stories this year. So for instance, for 2021, you say there's 12 months, I'm going to submit 4 short stories a month. So you say that's the number of short stories. I have to have them finished. I have to have them polished. And I have to have them out the door. And before you send them out the door, you have to actually go and look at the markets and say, okay, which markets is going to go for? When do I need to submit it by? And then you start sending them out. And I did it. I got about halfway through the year, and then I stalled out. But I was submitting, and I had not received a single exception, except. And I thought, oh, this is just a waste. And then I hit about the 6-month mark and stopped. I just lost hope. And then I get this, not only an acceptance, but I signed the thing and I get a check, and I was like, oh my God.
That's exciting. So a winner's check. Okay, so basically, I submitted a story to a competition and I won second place. And some of that, or some of the winnings, was a payment. So I received a winner's check in the mail,
And it's,
basically a cash payout for winning the contest. Second place.
yeah.
Second place.
And you get a certificate.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
We're ding, ding, dingling.
Ding, 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 a ling, ding, ding, ding. Is that a Christmas song?
Da, da, just hear those sleigh bells dingling, a ring, ring, a ling, a ling, too.
There you go.
Now there's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Okay, anywho.
Aha.
You got me singing on live YouTube again.
I win.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky girl.
Oscar, I can't see through you, Oscar. Okay.
We should do
Oh,
that sometime and have like a Christmas karaoke.
but I can't sing.
Yeah. Yes, you can. I'm sure you can. And thank you. Thank you. So it is going to be released. I don't know when, but they're in these the Voices anthology. It is published normally twice a year by the Lake Winnipeg Writers Group. But the pandemic kind of, slowed that down. So I do publish in these at least one story per edition, so twice a year. But this time I actually submitted to their annual contest called Right on the Lake. And
which is open to anyone. So, John, you could submit too.
Let's see if I can get you a link for their website so you can kind of check it out for when they have their. Yeah, I don't have this is my browser. Okay. Lake Winnipeg Writers Group. Okay, so I'm going to post a link for the Lake Winnipeg Writers Group page. And now they normally have this contest. I think it's deadline of February normally.
Yeah. It used to be in the spring. There it is. Yeah. It used to be in the spring. And then it got switched to the fall. I can't remember why.
I think it's like a timing thing. And
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly why. Yeah, no problem. So they normally have like a theme. So one year it was anything regarding a pig.
Yes. Yes.
So it could be poetry, short story, anything like that. And then this one was anything Manitoba because it was Manitoba's birthday.
150, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it was 150th. So then I did a short story fiction and it was called Red River Man. And it's basically, so Manitoba is known for catfish. And so I guess the theme of my story was basically a girl meets a man in the river who smells like catfish and has like scales on his body and stuff. And it's pretty cool. Anyways, I liked it, but that's me because I wrote it. So.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's get back to, now we've already done 2, so this is going to be the last one because I do have some other things to do today with my family. So I'm going to get our next timer ready here. So good luck on the last sprint for today. Are you ready? Ready, John? All right, John, let's go. Ready? Go. The timer is done. Time to stop writing. Pencils, keyboards, cat down.
He refuses.
I'm going to stop sharing.
He refuses to not be cuddled. He's in the cuddle mood today.
Oh, it's weird. Your voice is really off. It's like I see your mouth move, and then when it stops, your voice starts. It's super funny. Anyways, weird. Entertaining. Are you not entertained? Okay. What is everybody's word counts? I got 353. What?
I got 18.
18 words?
Yeah.
Good job, Tyra. It's better than 0.
This is true. This is true. I had help.
Staring at the page going, I don't know. I did that at first.
Okay.
Cute dog.
Nice down again. Please stop sitting. Okay, you moved over. Okay.
Did you have a dog come into the picture?
Me? I didn't see Shy. Shy?
Oh, I didn't see him either. What dog are you talking about? He's seeing things. No. I'm not too sure. I did not see a dog. I did have my kids come into the picture though. Okay, 450 words. I don't usually write this fast, but I'm on a tear.
That is 2 thumbs way up. That is good.
Just don't stop. See, this is what you're going to do. Okay, this is what you're going to do. This is just my suggestion. Oh. Well, that's funny. Maybe my dog came up beside me and I didn't even notice. I don't know which screen. Yes, so this is what you should do. After this live stream ends, you should go back and watch it all over again and do the same timers. Or find another live sprint to join. I'm sorry, I would stay on longer, but yes, yesterday we put up our Christmas tree and it is still very green. We have not decorated it yet, so that is our goal today. Yes, it was enjoyable.
Nice to meet you, sort of, John. I'm happy we're writing together.
Virtually, yes, virtually. It is very fun writing with you guys. It's very fun. And I like, John, how you get involved in the conversation too, because some people just kind of watch and they don't put any comments in, and then there's this awkward silence. That was fun. Anyways, all right. So if I'm ever doing a live stream on Sunday at 9 a.m. Central, what I will do is I will do the pre-schedule on like a Friday night, so that at least by Friday or Saturday morning, you should know for sure whether or not I'll be on at 9 a.m. Video and audio are disconnected on your screen.
Ooh.
Video and audio.
So you're talking and then the audio cuts in later.
Oh, it's so weird. Maybe it'll catch up. Thanks. I will look for your streams. Sounds great. Okay, well, I hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday and keep writing. And just because I log off doesn't mean you have to stop. So
remember, story comes first.
And why be serious if you can be delirious?